What do you do if you run out of water in the desert? In most places, that could mean death, but in Iran, there's still a chance to survive. You can take a metal rod and start digging downward, because deserts here can sometimes surprise you. People often ask, how do you find water in the desert? The answer is simple. You dig in the right place. For nomads, collecting firewood is part of daily life, especially in winter when they need fire for warmth. But firewood is also used for something just as important, boiling water. For Iranian desert nomads, a pot of hot water is part of everyday life. Herding sheep is their job, but boiling water is their routine. So what if there's no water left? You look for low areas, like dry riverbeds, and dig into the sand. These spots usually hold moisture, and the sand feels damp compared to other places. With experience, you can find water just half a meter below. So in these deserts, water isn't always as impossible as it seems. Even in places like Xinjiang, herders use similar methods. Deserts are not completely dry. With skill and a bit of luck, survival is possible. But the water you find is far from clean. It often tastes bitter and harsh. That's why most herders boil it and add tea leaves. This creates the strong black tea they drink daily. Tea helps mask the bad taste of the water, even though it's a bit bitter itself. Over time, tea has become part of everyday life in Iran. People who've been there know this tea is as common as milk tea in other countries. To balance the bitterness, Iranians often eat sugar while drinking tea. Compared to tea, food is much simpler. They throw a few potatoes into the fire and that becomes lunch. Life as a shepherd is not easy, but struggle is something poor people face everywhere. After some time, the water collected in the pit settles and becomes slightly clearer. Lao Wa fills his bottle with it. Normally, you'd avoid this kind of water, but in the desert, it can save your life. The potatoes are ready. Before eating, he cleans himself, even if the water isn't perfectly clean. His beliefs require cleanliness before meals, so he washes his hands, face, and even rinses his mouth. Potatoes are a common food for nomads. They're cheap, easy to store, and simple to cook. No special preparation needed, just roast, peel, and eat. In such cold conditions, having hot food is already enough. Sometimes they add a little salt for taste. This is the daily life of a shepherd.